What have I done? So I took on a job that, of course, it always seems easier than it's gonna be. This is honestly cake work at the end of the day in terms of labor, but woo, working with a third-party company is always interesting because they will call you, tell you what they want to pay. That's the best part, is they tell you what they want to pay. And when I say third-party, it's like a third-party junk removal company. Some of you guys will recognize the name, like Check Sammy. They'll call you, they'll say, hey, we're looking for somebody to do something for $300 a load, and you know, it's all cardboard, so you can dump it for free. I typically say, no thank you. And then they follow up with the question of, well, how much would you charge? And that's where we start the negotiation. I always just say no and then start negotiating because they need somebody to do the work. So a lot of you guys have probably seen these pop up in your area lately. So they pop up every year like clockwork, and what happens is they go through a lot of cardboard. They unpack absolutely everything and then stock the store, but then they have a lot of cardboard left. And that's why this company reached out. They said, hey, we've got this, you know, Spirit of Halloween. They need all the cardboard removed. You know, I gave them a price. They didn't like it. Well, they came back when they couldn't find anybody else. What I'm finding is it took, you know, the company a long time to find something, so they had nothing to do with the cardboard, and they needed to have the place inspected. So the only thing they could do was put it in the only available place they had, which was this mobile storage container, which when she originally told me, I was imagining a small pod. This ain't a pod. Luckily, they left it unlocked so we can kind of do this at our own leisure, but I am literally afraid of what we're about to get into. Oh, wow. To the ceiling. 40 foot. Well, they left me a solid, well, 6 feet. Oh my. And this is 100% why you never do flat rate pricing. At least, not always. You should, that's a lie. You should do flat rate pricing sometimes when you know the job's gonna be executed well, but when you do not see the job ahead of time, or you don't know what you're getting into, never do flat rate pricing. I'm doing this per load. So per load, I'm gonna do this. And I told myself originally that I wasn't even gonna work on this. I was gonna get myself in that millionaire mindset where I was going to pay another group of guys to come fill my dumpsters and we would just move the dumpsters. But I might need to work a little bit on this one. All right, so now I'm gonna introduce somebody to the channel. This right here, this is Brock. Brock has something I don't have, manpower. So I'm absolutely making a video about this. Brock, introduce yourself.
I'm Brock, All-Star Lawn Care.
Yeah, oh, let's get that plug in. Brock, you still have a YouTube channel, right?
It's still up there.
It's still up there. You guys need to go watch this channel. Brock, what is it? AMSR is the best way I can say it. That's your channel. There's some satisfying stuff.
There's some satisfying cleanups on there.
There you go.
A lot of overgrown stuff.
Oh, I love watching those. Those are like those midnight videos you get on, you know?
Oh,
you're just sitting there like watching them. So look him up on YouTube. But let's get his reaction on what we're getting into. Say that again. What?
You going in that door?
No. Go ahead and open up that container. The whole thing.
Oh, you love that.
Oh, it's so neatly stacked. Not what I expected.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's too late. You already said yes. It's 40 foot. Yeah. This is a 40 footer. Yeah, we're charging per load. So, yeah. I think it'll be quick though. The one thing that is kind of nice about this is it's mostly like boxes and boxes.
Yeah.
So we'll literally just grab them by chunks and throw them in. Look at him.
Good old 40 footer right.
So Brock made a really good point here, and the one thing we don't have to do here is walk from inside the store all the way through the entire store and then pile them in like through this small door. We're literally going to just start chugging boxes straight into a dumpster over and over again. So honestly, this job's probably going to go pretty quick.
This is my thinking. You have one guy chucking them, and the next guy
throwing
stacking
them
them in the
nice
front,
and neat.
stomping if they need to.
Yeah. I mean, it is going to get to the point where we're going to have two guys in here because you're going to have to chuck from one end of the container up to the front so you're not making a bunch of runs. I wish my skid fit. Nah, we shouldn't do that. So the plan now is I'm gonna go grab one 20-yard dumpster, toss it on the back of the backup truck that you see here. And Keegan is running a couple dumpsters, and then I'm gonna have him show up with an empty 20 as well. Brock, you met there, has been really awesome lately. I've been just calling him anytime I have, you know, a junk removal that I can't get to, or just a single item pickup. And he's running a mowing crew. So he's got guys that he can use, or he himself, or whatever, however he wants to handle it, where he can kind of fill in some of the gaps in my case where I just don't have particular manpower, especially when, you know, Keegan and I are always in the truck. So outsourcing opens up some serious doors, guys. Lean on your friends who have businesses as well that can kind of pull out of what they're doing, or, you know, fill in the gaps in their own day where they're getting paid for time that they would, you know, want to make money as well. I don't know what your guys' breakfasts are like, but mine are full of nutrition. Look at how big that thing is. It's massive. So we have protein, caffeine, hydration, and sugar. Should make for a perfect day. My wife jokes that this is my biggest expense because these have 200 milligrams of caffeine. So caffeine is my biggest business expense because I have about 2 or 3 of these a day. I'm just trying to get that Celsius sponsorship, I guess. All right, so we're loaded up. I got to make one more stop before we start all this, but I got to go drop off a dumpster bag. And if you are subscribed to the channel, you know all about those. I'm actually going to be passing by somewhere where I can just drop that off rather than trying to meet up with them later or make them pick it up for me. I know this stuff's going to tear me up, but it's so good. So if you follow the channel, you've seen these. It's just literally a cardboard box, and then this box unfolds into a 3-yard dumpster bag. All right, we made it. We're about to get started. But before we do, it's coming to my attention that only 40% of you that regularly watch this channel are subscribed. So let's change that. I propose that if this video gets 1,000 subs, let's give it a time limit. In the next 2 months, this one video generates 1,000 subs. I will rush out and go buy us a shop truck. We do need one, there's no doubt. But I will just make it a priority. We will grab a new shop truck for the company. That'll be for flat tires, dropping off dumpster bags, because that makes more sense than using a diesel, and all kinds of other things. Heck, maybe the shop truck will be a diesel. I can't say that. We'll see what it is. Stay tuned. Jeez! About time. I'm just messing with you early. Let's see this toy. I haven't seen this yet.
Oh yeah.
Dude, nice.
It's so compact.
I like how tight you have your chains here. That's
the city streets of Quincy just put that through, put those chains through the ringer.
the city. It's a lot of potholes you had to have hit.
Chestnut is a hard street to go down. So.
Chestnut. You ready for this?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
All right, they're already getting a head start. All right, load 1 is done. Perfect timing. Look at that, I couldn't have planned that. Load 2 is rolling up here. I'd say we are maybe 1/3 of the way through this container. So I was thinking 4, we might be able to stuff this in 3 containers. At Rolling Operations, we're really proud of the life of our tires.
Dude, are you gonna take these boards off?
Yeah, we'll have to take those off. You ready to run this one?
Yep.
Run this, we'll fill this. Hey look, we gotta fill that tire too. All right, let's get load 2. All right, Keegan's loading out with load 1. We're gonna move load 2 closer to the doors. I honestly think we can get 3 loads of this entire thing, and I think we could do it in an hour if the timing with Keegan coming back works right.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I used them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright.
Load 2 is done. We're literally in the last probably 10, 15 feet of the dumpster, but you see all this loose stuff. We've got some really large boxes sitting out there that we'll use for like the top. And then we got to kind of figure out what to do with the trash, because my quote was for cardboard only. They did say we could use that, big contracting dumpster over there. The only problem is I think there's so much junk here that's not cardboard that we will overfill it. So I'll have to see what they really want to do about that. How is doing that up there, Brock?
You know, it's a learning.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to bury myself.
Wouldn't it feel nice to have an automatic tarp? What a life that would be.
I don't know why you wouldn't get one, you know?
Well, I'm cheap. I like the little dinosaur pose there, trying to get under it like a turtle. All right, so a lot of you guys are gonna say, get those 14 ply tires. I've got those too, but these are my 10 plies. I'll show you what we do. As you can see here, we got a little bit of a leak. I'm gonna show you how I take care of these really quick, and that's why I really like these 10 plies. So if you got one of these, break it. Cool part is, you gotta get rid of that nub. Take one of your super fancy expensive plugs, run it through, yank it. That's it. What happened to my pliers? Oh, it's still in there. It is. Ta-da! Look who's back. We're getting that pumped up. He's pulling in. We'll swap out again. We'll be good to go. I'm never outside of this truck when it's being driven. I'm always in it. Yeah, I love it. It's got balls. You ready for round 2? Yeah. Let's do it. Put it right next to it. Oh, I love it. All right, no more chasing leaks. We're done with that. Round 3. Bets on if this is the last one? I think so too. We'll figure out what to do with all this trash. Load 3 is good to go. Keegan's back. He's gonna jump in here. That'll be it. All right, we're down to just the trash now. Pick up the piddly cardboard, and then get rid of the trash. All right, like I said, they told us we could use the dumpsters over here for the majority of this stuff. I don't think all of it's gonna fit, but we can at least get most of it in here. All right, we snagged 2 boxes. We're just gonna fill them with the trash and then just throw it away. All right, time to go get some food. One of our favorite places next door, Qdoba. How long did it take? Oh, look at that, hang on. Look,
About 2 hours.
he shows up right in time for food. The timing of this guy today has been perfect. Romping that truck. How long?
About 2 hours.
2 hours, 40 foot.
With some layover time.
Yeah,
laying on the
between.
dumpster,
So it worked out. We're done. Get some food and then we're gonna call it. So I'm letting you guys in on a little secret here. Always negotiate with those third parties that are essentially just using advertising dollars to bank jobs like this one, and then they pass the work on to somebody like me. So for them to come to a price or come to an idea of a price to me is almost disrespectful. So that's why I essentially go, no, but I'll do it for this much. And all they have to do is go back to the company and ask permission and be like, hey, we've got a, somebody who can get it done today or tomorrow, but it's going to cost this much. All the company can say is yes or no. So don't be afraid to fight those prices, because at the end of the day, all that company's doing is scraping off the top and then giving you the larger portion of it. They just do, it's a big numbers game for them. So as long as they make money based on the phone call, they're happy. For us, we want to make money for our effort and our work. So don't be afraid to negotiate with them. Don't take the price they come at you with, because the price that I charge was twice what they offered me. It's just a conversation. And by using, you know, a company like Brock's, I can get work done significantly faster. It's not even 2 o'clock. So now I'm probably gonna go out to the shop, work on some stuff that I wouldn't have gotten done for days because I have the time to do it now by kind of outsourcing some of that work. I probably could have not even shown up today, but I did just kind of want to work alongside. I do like to be in the job sometimes. I hate that about myself, but I do actually like doing some of the work. But I can't help it. So drop in the comments, what do you think it cost us to do 3 loads? Keep in mind, I did pay Brock, so account for that overhead that I accounted for, and dumped all the cardboard for free. That is the coolest part about these third-party cardboard jobs. We dump them all for free. It's just man hours and the fuel for us, which is 5 miles to go get rid of the cardboard. So drop in the comments, what do you think it cost us? And if you're getting mad that I'm not coming out and saying exactly what I charged, I dropped you a pretty big hint between the beginning of this video and the end of it. So just use some common sense. And if you want to see what shop truck that I'm going to rush to go buy, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'll do it right away, but it's going to take 1,000 subs, which should be pretty easy if only 40% of you are subscribed. So smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.